Hi guys, I made it live finally. Finally live. Didn't go Wednesday. I had three doctor's appointments and multiple errands. I got home very late. Very late. It was very late before I got home. So didn't go then. And then realized that I actually had an appointment on yesterday for my torture lady. Um, and so had torture lady day, and so had that, and then went and dropped off a bunch of donations, and so didn't get home till late. And then, of course, all the storms hit, which I'm pretty sure everyone else had a bunch of. They were dropping everywhere like rocks. I was on the phone with a friend, and my dogs, all of them, all four of them were like piled on top of me like crazy, acting like nuts, licking on me, whining on me. Even the cat climbed up in my lap and she was like biting me on the arm, just going nuts. And my friend was like, "Oh my God, my tornado alarm just went off. I got to go to my safe place." And I'm out here, in Nowhereville. And so I'm sitting here, and then my brother and his hi my nut, my brother and his friends, they've been out hunting on the or not hunting, but fishing on the river, and so they were like going to cook fish and fry potatoes and stuff for us last night. And they're right across the road, and they proceed to tell us after they've cooked dinner that they looked out of the shed and looked behind my house, and they actually saw a funnel form kind of drop down and then take off, dissipate and take off again, which would kind of explain the dogs acting like fools. So evidently, one kind of started forming, kind of hit my ridge, which is what they do. They hit that ridge, kind of come down a little bit, hit the ridge, and then bounce off and take off and go somewhere else. Which would explain my little dogs, actually, even the big dog, acting all like crazy. And then the cat come over here and was like biting on my arm, like, get up and come on. And then, they all were like acting like crazy, actually acting like, like doofy dum dums. And then, it was just nuts, And then my friends was like, "Oh my God, I got to go to my safe place." My son, he took pillows, blankets, a blow up mattress, and went and put them on his cars and had them bungeed down to all his antique cars. Because he was like, "I can find T tops, I can find windshields." But he's got like a 19, I don't know what, like a older than mine car that he found out in a field and actually worked on it, got it running. And he's like, "I can't find the back hatch." He said, "The hatch is like, it ain't happening." So he's like, "I protect that hatch." Oh, guys, I want to show you something on this picture. I'm gonna reverse the screen. Camera. I'm gonna reverse the screen so you can see this. This is gorgeous. Facing back. I'll show y'all. That's where I'm at. Is that not? Oh, I guess I'll do it this way. That's where I'm at. Is that not gorgeous? Because I'm like right up here right now. So I've done her hand. I've done, I haven't done her nose, but I've done her eye, her cheek, her hair. That's all her hair. And like back in her chin, her shoulder, and then her dreamscape there. So I've done all that. Isn't that gorgeous? That is absolutely just gorgeous. I mean, it's beautiful. Beautiful. I did put the link in, so if anyone wants to come in, you can pop in, hang out. My dog is actually going nuts. Let me go let it in before it tears the window down. She wants to go out front, but she ain't going out front. yours then too. Come on. All you little hairy butts. All of them. And I'll show you what I made today. This is what I made today. This is what I made today. This was my make for the day because they were too big. I bought them in the floral area, and so they were too big. I'm gonna put my glasses on, guys. I know I look weird with them, but it makes you. Oh my God, they are so dirty. It makes y'all a little bit bigger, or the writing a little bit bigger, so it's easier to see. I wish I knew what size these were, but there's no thing in them to actually know. But I think they may have got resin on them, so it's like, eh. But these were a little bigger, and so they were kind of hard to work with. And I saw this video come up, and it was like, oh, that's what you do with them. And you take them and you put them in like a baggie or a non a towel that doesn't have a lot of fuzzies on them, and you wrap them up. And then you get one of them meat mashers, that has a tenderizer side on one side and a flat side on the other side. And then you beat the living crap out of them until they're little pieces of glass. And then you can use them as decorations in your stuff. And I got black. And then I got blue. So now I got crushed glass. So I will make a video of me doing, I'm going to try to do they call it a drip vase or a drip, I think it's a drip bowl or something. But I'm trying to make one for my daughter for her birthday. It'll be an interesting thing because I have no clue. It'll be the first one I make. Trying to make it for her birthday. I bought a shower curtain because that's the only thing I can come up with. It'll be flat and plastic and shiny. And then you just free pour on it. And then you put this stuff and some little plastic beads all around it and then some alcohol ink and this kind of let it sit for like 4 hours and then you pour it over a vase and like make it like folds and tape it down and then flop another piece the other way and make folds and flop it down, let it sit for like 24 hours and pull it off and voila, you have a drip vase bowl. And believe it or not, on Etsy they sell for like $300, but I'm just making it for her birthday. It's cool, it's pretty. I'm gonna make it in purples and blues, and hopefully it'll turn out halfway decent. Yeah, maybe, hopefully, like maybe. So, I saw some really cool on Temu. Molds, and if I can halfway do them, maybe it'll turn out decent and people will like them and I can give them away as gifts for like the event. But it's like kind of like a butterfly fairy kind of thing where I can like put mica powders and stuff in the wings and the body and make it pretty and like pretty wall hanging things and butterflies and kind of stuff like that. Just pretty things to make and give away for the event. Nyx is going to sponsor. I'm going to get hold of Debbie Day. I'm not going to make everyone do a Google Doc. I'm like Nyx. It's like, if you win, I'll just contact you and say, hey, give me your address. If you want your gift, give me your address. Because, yeah, the Google Doc's kind of a pain in the booty. And half the people didn't have their whole address on there anyway, so I still had to contact them and track them down and get their info. So it was like a mute point anyway. Rocky, back off. It's like my 120-pound dog is like, I'm a lap puppy, mommy. I'm gonna climb in your lap. It's like, oh my gosh. It was, oh my God. It was literally like, oh. And evidently the boys went fishing again. And when they go fishing, they go for like 36 hours. I mean, they left us today sometime. They'll be gone all day today, all night tonight, all day tomorrow, probably until late tomorrow night, like midnight, they'll get home. That's how long they fish. When they go fishing, they go fishing. Well, my brother does. Jim, he was like, yeah, no, man. He says, by tonight, he'll be sleeping in the truck. He'll actually be sleeping in the truck. As for my resin coasters, they came out really neat, but they're way too small. So I need to make them like way bigger, way bigger. Hey, boys, girl, go in the other living room just like the kids. If you're going to wrestle, you go in the other room. I have to tell my dogs the same thing. You go in the other room. You have a whole nother room in there to play. Go in it. Yes. And they all look at me like, really, Mom? They've gotten used to the Roomba to where they don't try to sit on it. They don't try to eat it. They don't try to attack it. They just follow it around now. So it's pretty cool. And then like I just know in about 15, 20 minutes to go check it, see if it's got the red light on, which means the basket's full, empty the basket and just hit the button and let it go on and do its thing. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I binged another season of something or another episode show, and that was Haven, which, Jim would come in and catch parts of it. And so he's, don't tell me about it because it's one I want to watch. He said, well, watch it again. You'll have to watch it again because now I want to watch it. So we're in the middle. We're on the second season. We're just starting the second season of the originals. And then he wants to do Lost. And now he wants to do Haven. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. And guys, I woke up from the weirdest dream. You know what I dreamed? I got that glue. I got Elmer's glue that has glitter in it. I bought it because, all right, big boy, you've got to move. You always want to sit right in my lap, right in the middle of my stuff. Right in the middle of my stuff. Okay, he's fixing this for me. I got a skull. Got a skull. It used to have vodka in it. And then he's got this. He put the light in there. This is going to be so fun to get out. He put that in there, and he's going to have a fun time getting it out. But it's got a light in there. And, oh, God, he is going to have a bird getting that out. Because it went down in there, and now it's got the thingy, and they're not closed. Well, he's going to have to flip that light bulb. But the light bulb, he dropped it down in there. It's going to be, I can hear some cussing coming. But it's got a light like a light bulb, and he's going to set it up where it sits in the head, and you can turn the light on. That's all him. That was one of his projects he's going to do. So yeah. But that's gonna be fun because you pop that down in there, and I don't know how he's gonna get that thing out of there. It's like he's gonna have to work that around where he can get that light to flip around and come back up so he can get the light out of there. Or get something down in there to I've almost got it. Because, yeah, it's got flanges on it, and the flanges opened up, and so it's like really hard to get back out because of the flanges. There. Okay, I got it. Because of the flanges. Because you got those little flangey things, and he says you got to get cork, and you got to make it sit right there, and it'll sit right there, and then light up. So I'd almost say just get glue or something, and then you make it to where the light comes on right there. So that's pretty cool. And I'd almost get like a blue light bulb and put in it. So then it got blue glowy skull. That would be kind of cool. So that would be actually pretty cool. And so that's one of the projects he's got for over here. Of course, all my painting in my room. And yeah. I saw someone saying their Hobby Lobby wouldn't dry mount. I am so glad mine will. I am so glad mine will. Because this pretty little girl, she will be dry mounted. Yes, she will. She will definitely be dry mounted and go up on the wall. Definitely, definitely, definitely. She will be dry mounted. Just like Melody in Pink was dry mounted. Now, of course, Once in a Blue Moon was not dry mounted because it was way too big. I think their limit was like 70 something by 93 or something, 98 something. The big Chuck Pinson, they said, was their max limit, their big max limit. Now, as far as pretty much resin at Hobby Lobby, they don't have much. They don't have much. And it was like a little 5-foot long section. Ugh, not much. As far as diamond painting stuff, not much. Not much at all. Alcohol ink stuff, hardly anything at all. So I actually have found more stuff on Temu for that kind of stuff than in Hobby Lobby. Michael's, not a whole lot either. More than Hobby Lobby actually, but not much. Not much. You need to lay down, big boy. Lay down. You weigh 120 pounds. You are not going to be piling on top of me. No. So, yeah, not much. Really not much. I did. Oh, me and the Dremel tool, guys. Oh, me and the Dremel tool. Me and Dremel tool. Me and Dremel tool. Okay, this is me and Dremel tool. And the man, he laughs at me. The man laughs at me. I evidently I give this man a lot of laughy moments because I borrowed his Dremel tool and I tried to change out the bit. Tried to change out the bit because I'd never used one before. And he luckily he came over and I was like, okay, I gotta ask. And he says, what? I said, I need to change the bit out. And he says, you never used one? I said, no, I've never used one. So he showed me how to change out the bit. I was like, thank you. And so, because these were all sharp and pointy, and I mean, just really sharp, pointy. So I had to Dremel all the sharp, pointy points off of the thing. Well, I was Dremel away, and next thing I know, that Dremel thing caught my hair, and it wrapped my hair up all the way up to here until it quit spinning. I mean, I got that Dremel thing, and it's all wrapped up to here, and I was like, oh shit. I was like, I am not walking across the road and saying, can you untangle my hair from this Dremel? I was like, I'm not doing it. I am not doing it. So I turned it off and I sat there for like 45 minutes, like untangling one hair at a time from this Dremel. I mean, literally one little hair at a time. And finally, it only kept about 6 hairs that stayed with the Dremel. But I was just like, oh my God. Oh my God. And then I actually used paint to go around the edges. Well, I don't like the way it looks. So I did buy paint pens, like paint pen markers, to where I can just like take and I bought wide tip ones where I can just take that white tip and go along the edge and just edge it and not have where it overflows on the top and all over the place. And because they kind of, don't look as hot. So I can do the edge and make it look more clean. So, and what I did is I used holographic window film, just piece of window film, and it actually put the design on it. That's just the design from the window film. I mean, that is just literally the design off the window film. So, I mean, kind of cool. But, so I ended up going when I was at Michael's. I did find some Sharpie silver paint pen markers and gold paint pen markers, Sharpie brand. So I picked those up. What else? Oh, and they had little boxes that were like 99 cents. That's cheaper than Dollar Tree. Because I was like, they're only 99 cents. I said, that's better than Dollar Tree. Because Dollar Tree is like $1.25. Some things are $1.50 now. Some are $1.75. You never know what it's going to be at Dollar Tree. So I picked up like 8 of those because a lot of these little glitter bottles I bought a big thing of 50 things of glitter, but they're little. And, the the tops, like some of them pop off. So I thought, well, I can get like 6 to 8 of those in one of those little tubs and put them like in groupings, like greens are in this one, and of course the gold popped apart in transit. So they're like a holy hell mess, and I can clean them all up and put pinks in one, blues in one, and clean them up and have them all nice. So I thought, well, I can do that. That'll work great. So I kind of did that. And I bought some crushed glass. It's light purple. So I'll have light purple. I'll have black, and I'll have blue. And then they had the little teeny clear beads, and I bought those. So now I have stuff so I can do this free pour for my daughter for her birthday. It was like, yeah, so because her birthday's coming up quick, she's gonna be my baby, my little itty bitty, my itty bitty baby is gonna be 40. My youngest is gonna be 40 next Thursday. And then she popped up this little picture on Facebook, and I was like, And she said, the school called today and said, you're one that never cries for pain. He never says he hurts. He never cries for pain. I mean, he'll fall off the monkey bars, land on his face, and say, I don't hurt. And be all, I don't hurt. Never cry. Well, he was crying, said he was in pain. He broke his wrist. So I was like, oh my God. I said, that's your mini me. I said, that is your mini me. That's your mini me. That is her mini me. I mean, straight up, that's her mini me. Because that's what I said. You're mini me. And I think he's the one that just turned 8. And the other one just turned 7. They're like a year apart. So it's your mini me. I think the other one turned 7 in June. Because they're, so many months apart. But, that's her mini me. Her little mini me. She's got 2 that are being tested for advanced classes. One is writing poems at college level status. I mean, literally, her 12-year-old is writing college level poems. So they're testing her for advanced English. And her 8-year-old is doing advanced math and is totally bored in his class. He says, yeah, I'm just bored. And so they're testing him for advanced math and her 12-year-old for advanced English because she's bored and writing college level poems. So she's like, oh, yeah, I got 2 being tested for advanced level classes. And I was like, yeah, you have fun with that. You just have fun with that. Because with her, she was doing the advanced stuff. And when you got a kid that's advanced stuff and they don't put them in advanced classes, they get bored, they get into stuff. They are just, yeah. Yeah. And they both have ADHD. Advanced kids usually have ADHD. And then they get bored. And then they are like a holy hot mess. And my grandson, my oldest one, the 17-year-old, had really bad ADHD. And he was always into stuff. And he was bored. And they never, worked with him to find out what it was. And now, he always had horrible grades. Because they never worked with him to find out. Well, now, he's finally figured his stuff out and he's getting like A's and B's and doing fantastic. And my son's like, yeah, he's doing all his math. And he's like really excelling. And he goes, I don't know where he got it from. He says, you figured it out and he's doing fantastic. And I was like, yeah, someone worked with him and he's got it. It clicked. And that's all it takes is for it to click. You find out what it is and it clicks and they're good to go. Once they figure it out and their light clicks on, they're good to go. Whether it's a craft thing or a math thing, like Jim's got ADHD. He's got ADHD and OCD. He says, I got them alphabet things and I'm just not medicated. And that's what he told me. He says, I'll get all this done in the house. He said, but I got to do it on my own time and I do it my own way. And I got them alphabet things. So he says, if it's got to be perfect. He says, it's just got to be perfect. I got that alphabet thing and I'm not medicated and it's got to be perfect. So, if it's not perfect, he's in there until it's perfect. He said, it's just that alphabet thing. And I'm like, I know what you're talking about. He says, and until it's perfect, I just can't. I gotta keep going until it's perfect. And I'm like, just fine. Just work at it. Just do your thing. Do your thing. You're okay. Do your thing. It's just it works for us because I understand. If he was with someone who didn't understand, it probably would not work because they would be all frustrated and upset. And I understand. It's just like, if a day when he wakes up and he says, I don't know, I just woke up and he said, it is a bad day. And I'll walk in and I'll get the vibe. I said, ooh, bad day. And he says, I said, okay, I'm going to my house. And he'll come over like late that evening. He said, I don't know. He said, it wasn't at anybody. It wasn't at anything. He said, I just woke up. I touched the floor and it was just a bad day. He said the bad days finally worked its way done, but it was just a bad day. It wasn't at anybody. It wasn't at anything. It was, nope, you're not going over there and he ain't home anyway. He is not home. No. But it was just a bad day. He said it's finally worked its way out. But I mean, it was just like, And I mean, I'm one of them, I'm an empath that I can feel them vibes. And when I walked in and I felt them I felt them, I'm having a bad day vibes. I went, ooh, bad day. He went, I went, okay, I'm going home. When you feel better, you come on over. I'll have food in the fridge. It was like, I was just like, bye. I was like, I'm not going to sit here and put up with it. You have a bad day. Go work on some wood. Go walk in the woods. Go, do something. And usually that's what he'll do. He'll go work with some wood or he'll go walk out in the woods. And that is what he'll do. He'll go build something or he'll go work in the woods. It's like, go have fun. Go take care of it. This guy's like, I can feel it. You have a bad day? Have a bad day. But I don't want to be there. I don't need none of that bad day. If I got a bad day, I sit here and diamond paint till my bad day's gone. It's like, don't want no bad day. It's like icky bad days. Bad days are bad days. Everyone has them. I mean, when you wake up and your feet hit the ground, I used to come out and have a bad day and I'd be looking around. I would literally walk out, look around, it's like, I don't see a reason to be out here. And I would go right back to bed. Literally. I would just march my little happy butt right back in the bedroom and just go back to bed. It's like, I don't see a reason to be out here. Back to bed I went. It was like, back to bed I went. I'm thinking about doing another Tumblr, but I'm trying to figure out what kind of pictures I want to do. I don't know if I want to do flowers or if I want to do some kind of maybe fairies or if I want to do some kind of witchy stuff. I don't know what I want to do. Give me some ideas. Pop some comments down below. Witchy stuff, fairy stuff, floral. What kind of stuff would be good? For water slides. I want to do light colors, probably light colors. I got some stuff coming in. It's really cool. He turned me on to it. It's coming in later today. And it is actually these sheets that come in. and I'll actually, when they come in, I'll do a thing on them, and it's sheets. And you look at these sheets, and the sheets I got are space and lightning. They also have skulls, they have flames, they have all kinds of things. But oh, excuse me, I got space and lightning. And so it's pictures of space, pictures of galaxies, pictures of lightning. And literally, you put it on top of water, and it's just a sheet. But then the activator spray, I think, is coming in Monday. And then you spray this activator spray on it, and it turns it into paint. And you dip your item in there, and poof. So I could take a tumbler and drop my tumblers in there, and then poof, and then have the base, and then start working with them. I thought that's pretty cool. So I could have that, and then, start dropping. So I could do a light one with a light background and drop on water slides. So someone could say, hey, do like fairies and do, witches or whatever, and then have some water slides on top of a light background of like lightning or a light galaxy or something. It's like really cool. So it's like, I thought that was really cool as crap. But basically, instead of having just spray, or I could do just plain hydro dipping, get a lot of my lighter colors of paint and just punch a bunch of them in there and just hydro dipping. And that's probably UPS right there. Let me see if it's UPS. Yeah, it's called hydro dip, and this is hydro dip film. Let me see if it's UPS. I'll just kind of open it up and show you the film. But the film is called hydro dip film. But hydro dipping is you just get a bucket of water and you just spray a bunch of different colors of paint, and then you drop your cup in there at an angle and twist it and pull it back out, and that's called hydro dipping. And then the film is called hydro dip film. And let me look and see if that was them. Because it might be. You guys back off. You scared the heck out of these poor men. Yeah, if it was him, and if these guys scare the hell out of him, he parks down the road and walks it up to the porch. Because he is. I called him the wimp because he is scared to death of these dogs. He is so scared. Y'all just terrify that man. The rest of them will actually drive up here and throw treats at the dogs. But this guy, he is scared poopless of y'all. Y'all got your stuff in on him. I got my trickle charger to go charge my dang Camaro because my other one burned up. This one is to train the black and white one to come when you call her, dang butt. Okay, it's called water transfer printing film. Okay, let me get this open. Open. Okay. Wow. And there actually is one in here that's light enough. You get 5 of them, and you don't know what you're getting because there's all different kinds, and you just get 5. Okay. Oh, that's pretty. Let's see what we got here. We're going to put that right there so I can unroll it and then roll it back up. This is what this one looks like. And you can just cut a sheet, throw it on top of the water, and then you spray it with the activating film or spray. and it will activate it, and it's a pretty good size roll of it. I mean, you could do a lot with this one. So you could do a tumbler with this, and then I actually might do my turtle shell with this. This would be cool on the turtle shell. Because I actually have a turtle shell that the dog brought up here. I just ended up fixing it and gluing the bottom on it because the bottom was coming off. Let's see what this one is. This is this one. That's a pretty galaxy one. It's in the purple range again. But like I said, you don't know what you're going to get because there's like, oh, I don't know how many different pictures, and you just get 5 of them, 5 randoms. Oh, that one whole thing came off. And it's getting down to the wire, guys, for our trip to the haunted hotel. Ooh, that one's cool. That's all constellations. That one's a deep purple. And it's all constellations. Is that not cool? Oh, and let me, because I know, I just realized it's on. There we go. All constellations. And then you can go on and just look it up on Google, and then they have all the different different films that you can get. These were on Amazon, and it just shows a whole crap load of them, and you just don't know what you're going to get. Now, this one looks cool, and it would be light enough that you could put it on and then put the water slides on there in the lighter area. You could put the light translucent water slides. Oh, look at this one. Like you could put, look at that. You got the dark, but then you got the light. That's gorgeous. So you could pick and choose. So these are the ones that came in. And I guess you could just, cut off chunks of what you want in there. And we were thinking, because we got tons of skulls we got to do. We could do the skulls, and he's wanting to get the ones that have little baby skulls and big skulls and flaming skulls and do those with it. And look at that, shooting stars. All kinds of shooting stars. See that? That would be cool. You could have that and then like put some glitter on it. But that would be your base as your background. That would be really cool. And I know of a way to make your translucent ones to where you can actually turn them to where you can actually see them on darker backgrounds, because you spray some white, you put a layer of white, you have the clear, but then you also have a layer of white, and that way you can see them. But that's pretty cool. That is pretty darn cool. So I'll have to show him that. So that is the one Hydro Dip film that I have. Now I got a big, gigantic box and a bunch of. Put those back in here because it's probably safer for him. There we go. And then, of course, this does 2 dogs. So not just 1 dog, but it's a 2 dog. So, and it's got a reflective on it, and it's waterproof. But and it's got the where it'll beep, and then it'll vibrate, then it'll beep, and then shock if you actually have to. But we got 2 of them that'll chase cars, so we can use it to get them to quit chasing cars. 1. And then, like, the one that won't, like, you'll tell her to come and she'll look at you and just take off. And she's chasing deers. And she's like, the other night, she actually spent the night over there with him because she would not come when she was called. She would look at you and take off. And so I finally broke down, spent like $35 and bought a training collars. So it's like, and we're going to train your butt because you don't listen with 2 hoots. So yeah, she's getting trained. A, so she don't get, hit by a car. B, because she don't listen at all. She's like a bad teenager. So yeah. I bought the training collar because she's like just bad. Bad, bad, bad. She's like a bad, 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 bad kid. Just bad kid. And for some reason I was gonna say my tweezers weren't they were like twee for some reason. They weren't tweezing. They were being horrible. But yeah, I couldn't just couldn't manage to get on and do a live. It was just like it was like not working. Not working. It's just not working. Now, and I was gonna room with my floor, but I got a dog so here ripping everything she can get her teeth on out. I mean, literally everything she can get her teeth on, she's pulling out. It's like, really? She's literally pulling everything out. Don't you slide back in there. That was a booger to get your butt out. But yeah, I'm gonna do the turtle. I'll show you my little turtle show. This is what she brought up from the pines. This is my turtle. She literally brought this up from, we call them the pines. It's at the back end of my land. And so he had all kinds of dirt inside. And the bottom came off. So I E6000 the bottom back on him. And all the top of his shell was coming off. And he was like, well, instead of sitting there and trying to paint that thing, why don't you just hydro dip him? And I was like, you know what? You got a point. And so instead of trying to paint him, I'm just going to hydro dip it. Gonna hydro dip it. It's getting hydro dipped. So turtle's getting hydro dipped. He is going to get hydro dipped. So there is the turtle. Nice, pretty good size box turtle. And I try to keep it up so the dogs don't tear it apart by eating it. because I don't want them to chow down on the turtle shell, because they probably would. They probably would chow down on the turtle shell and just say, "Oh, good, munch chunk," because they seem to think that anything that is outside, they're free game to eat. So far, it's been they killed a skunk in the backyard. They had a 6 foot long snake that the big guy just sat there and snapped that snake to pieces, literally. I was like, oh my God, I've never seen. The dog literally just tore that snake to pieces. I was like, oh, wow. You could hear it snapping to pieces. I was like, wow, never knew they could do that, but he did. He's a snake killer, big time. So, yeah, it was like interesting to see that. I was like, wow. But, yeah, interesting to see. But yeah, what woke me up this morning was I dreamed that these dogs, the black and white one, actually got a hold of the Elmer's glitter glue that I had bought for the grandkids and had punctured a hole in the container and had ran over all the furniture in the kids' in the grandkids' living room and had spread glitter glue all over in there. And that's what woke me up. Was, glitter glue spread all over the room. It was just like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. So, yeah, it was like a glitter glue nightmare. So, yeah, it was just like, oh my God, yo, no, yo, no, no. Yeah, so I was just like, oh my God. And that woke me up. That's what woke me up, was the thought that she spread glitter glue all over the room. So this is going to be a kind of short one. It was just so I could get one out. I'll probably take a picture of where I'm at right now because it's a pretty good spot, because that's a pretty good picture. And I'm just going to label it as finally made alive. And I love y'all guys. I will do a video of me doing the free pour just so y'all can see it. Like I said, it's my first attempt. I'll probably do it later this evening because it's got to sit for like 4 hours. I think it's about 4 hours. I think it's about 4 hours before it gets to where it's at a stage to where I can like drape it over that vase. Literally. At about 4 hours is when I can drape it over that vase. And you go, oh, I hope this works, kind of thing. So it's like, let's see what happens, kind of thing. So hopefully it'll work. So love y'all. Thanks for coming, Night. And hopefully maybe I can start getting more people in here. I don't know what, but it's partially because it's like such a weird time. But yesterday, by the time I could get on, you were on. So I was like, I didn't want to bump you or override you or something. So I just kind of popped in yours, and then the storm started. So I was like, ooh, yeah, boy. No. So love y'all. See y'all later. And like I said, when I start freeforming that freeform, I will pop a live up there, or not live, but I'll just kind of put a camera up and y'all can see me make my mess. Because oh my God, when I start doing that resin stuff, it is a holy hell mess. It is messy, 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 messy. Oh my God, messy. I have resin everywhere. Everywhere. So love y'all. Bye. See y'all later.